So the reason this is so important is because today, and I suspect the economy is going to get worse, and when the economy gets worse, people look for somebody to steal from. And you see it all the time. There's a turn, I mean, every place I drive now, there's billboards. In a wreck, need a check? Call me. You know, they're looking for somebody with money. So the reason this is so important is because today, and I suspect the economy is going to get worse, and when the economy gets worse, people look for somebody to steal from. And you see it all the time. There's a turn, I mean, every place I drive now, there's billboards. In a wreck, need a check? Call me. You know, they're looking for somebody with money to sue. Any comments on that, Blaze?
I just saw that billboard coming in here this morning. I go, oh my God, the guy had the cheesiest grin on it. It just gave me the creeps.
Yeah. But Gary won't mention any names, but my own attorney was stealing from me. And that's the problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. You've got to have a good team around you, Robert, and you certainly do now.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Just because a person's an attorney or an accountant doesn't make them honest.
No, that is absolutely correct.
And so that's why it's good to have Gary to read those conversations away from Rich there. He's not personally involved with the personalities. And then, anything you want to say about that?
Well, and you want a team. I mean, I do the asset protection in the corporations, and if you need an attorney that does employment, you need a team, but you also need people you're comfortable with, Robert. And, you know, you had some bad apples, and you know, it takes a while to get the right team together.
Right. And Ken McElroy, who's my real estate guy, he always says it's the best, some of his best partnerships came from bad partners. You know, best deals came from bad deals. And so because I had 2 crooked attorneys and 1 crooked CPA, I started looking for better professional help.
You mentioned, Garrett, is that a lot of these people get their corporation formed online. Okay, they don't have a relationship. You know, if you're going to move into the B quadrant, or you really want to protect something, you need to have a team you can consult with, somebody that you trust, learn to trust them. I mean, I don't know who's at the other end of that online form I just filled out. I don't know what their credibility is. But, you know, the number of times that I sit down with you and talk about a situation, talk it through, and you send me in the right direction, these are critical things that an entrepreneur needs to do. You don't shuck that off and say, well, I don't have enough money to do it, because like you said, it can not only cost you your assets, but some of your hard-earned intellectual property and all that stuff can be all ripped off and stolen by other people that have more capital than you.
Kim and I struggled because our first accountant and attorney we hired turned out to be crooks. And it's tough. We learned the hard way. It cost us tens of millions of dollars to get rid of them. So that's why you know, I've learned have an objective point of view outside of the business, because otherwise it's too emotional. You know, we're friends. I trust him. You know, he's a good guy. I know his kids and all this shit, and the guy's siphoning cash out the back door.
Well, you can't be afraid to upgrade your team. You know, I mean, you're a coach, and you've got to have people on your team that you can trust. And if someone isn't returning your phone calls, isn't doing the work you ask them to do, you got to replace them on the team and get a new team member.
Right. And that's one of the hardest things to do, because you get into these relationships. And so Rich does a complete education company, but the benefit that I have is I have great teams around me, and we work together, but more importantly, they're my greatest asset. Final words there, Blair?
Yeah, I just am reminded what you always say, that business is a team sport, you know, and you got to have the best people on your team. And what you said, Garrett, a few minutes ago, you got to be willing to upgrade. You got to be willing to upgrade them and take them to the next level. If your tax accountant's not doing what they need to do, or your attorney's not following up, I mean, I look forward to, I get those little messages from your office. Hey, corporate minutes, ready? Remember that? You know, it's like, oh my God, thank you so much. It was so out of my mind, right? So it requires a team. And so thank you. It's an honor to be part of the team with you.
Right. And your team is your greatest asset, not the duplex.